Moving to oneness. Nourishing curiosity. Embracing differences. Becoming one.
Sometimes it's hard to bring out the depth of the conversation that is going to happen. But today, I can tell you it's going to be deep, soft, gentle. So stay tuned to today's episode of the Moving to Oneness, a podcast. Hello, everyone. I'm Mylene Elke, and today I have someone out of Croatia. And why I found her and right away had to contact her is because of her beautiful art. It is so expressive. It is so, I don't know, feminine is the wrong word. You all know me. Feminine is sometimes not it, but it brings out all of our facets of a woman or even a man. She hasn't done that yet, but I think they will love it too. The men. So please welcome with me Sabina Čanić from Dubrovnik. And thank you very much, first of all, for being here on the podcast, Sabina, but also to responding to me, a woman you don't even know, but following your intuition and saying, oh, there is something, I feel something, I'm going to connect and see where it leads me. So thank you for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me. It's really a pleasure.
Yeah,
be here with you. Yes.
I have to go dive right into your art, and I know you have not always expressed it in such an intensity as you do now, but this intensity where you brought something really deep, and we'll go into the story why it is so, it grabs the observer. It lets me, and I've showed it to others, really feel oneself. And I love that. It's like you touch all of us humans, when we look at the detail. You know, first the softness of this beautiful face and the hair, but then it's so intricate. Not intricate that you come with a fine brush, right? Like the Renaissance artists, and but there is also this wildness, this structure, but then it's so organic and soft. And what I love the most, you're like me, you use materials that are from nature. So now I hope everyone got really, really curious about you and your story. And we'll start there. So how did you start, before we say what you paint, to use these natural materials instead of others?
Instead of the usual, yes. Because I want to find something different in my painting style, because I was changed like the person, and to find that change in my art, I made a decision to explore through 1 year with all the materials that I never used before, and the old techniques that I never used before, because I want to find something new. I want to find if God gave me something that I can communicate through. And it was not easy. I was really scared. And what I learned on that process, that all the new experience are behind my comfort zone, and behind that all that new material that I was using. So I give myself permission to destroy the paper. It is necessary to pick up the unusual material like the tea, red wine, even rainwater, or the other natural process, and to see what will came out of me. I was knew only that I want to paint the female portrait, but I didn't know how it will end. So I just give myself that freedom to make mistake, to embrace mistake, and go with the flow and see where will lead me. And the end result was out of my mind. I'm really thrilled that I was have the courage to and believe to go in that direction, because it opened another chapter in my life and in my art career.
Yeah, the art you're painting, it really feels like your essence. It's your purpose, to see us how we are.
Yes.
And you bring that out so different. It has a little abstract touch to it, but then it's very sensual. And I love that you gave yourself the permission to destroy the paper, as you said. But in a way, I see it, right, Sabina? It is your way of starting new and allowing yourself to start over and over and over and over like you want. And I think that's something, especially women, we don't do that often. And that invitation is also in your painting. You're tickling out of us something of, I don't know, this little oomph, this being a little more us. And if others don't like it, that's okay.
Yes, exactly.
I don't have the right words at the moment, but this is that jumps right over the canvas into my being, or I think into other people's being as well. And it touches us so deep, and it is wild. And you have to share a little bit of your procedure. And the procedure, you know, is based also on a deeper story. And I would love to invite you also to delve into that you say in your life now, I don't want to live the way so many other women had to live, right? Through cultural regime, maybe, or social pressures. And that you're also bringing that out, that we become this feminine woman that we've never been before, right? Like we in the shamanic we say there's a principle, a unifying principle, and there's a feminine principle. And this has not really been lived for a long time on this earth in my eyes. And that's why I see the bigger picture, the grand vision and mission in your artwork, to bring out the beauty that is within us. So then I'm going to be quiet and let you speak a little bit.
No, but you are so true. I feel the same too, because I feel that through my experience, somehow I will share that message that maybe other women can let themselves to maybe find what is really true for them and just enjoy the process, not be scared. It doesn't matter if this is art or this is write something or it is cooking or gardening. It doesn't matter, but just let yourself to be happy, this little moment in which you will grow like the person through art or through cooking or through walking, I don't know, with doesn't matter what. For me, the answer was art. The art is my purpose. I didn't paint all my life. I wish to, but I didn't have support. And I have to put it one period in my life on the other side. But now in my 50s, I give myself permission to try, because I don't want to my whole life to pass. And after that, I ask, maybe I will succeed if I try. So now in this age, I find that this is the right time. This is the right age for see if there is something more, and what will I achieve with that more. Is this only the message for me, or is this message for somebody else? Or maybe I can encourage somebody else with all the process that I'm doing.
Yeah, you mentioned, we spoke once before, and that it was also your growth, that you went in to find out more about yourself. So what did you find, or the two things, what did you find, and what did you not want to live anymore?
I don't want to live without art anymore. That's the fine. And what did I find? I find that behind it, I love art, and this is my purpose, that I have and carry a lot of fear. It is not mine. That is something that I pick up when I was a child. It is fear of my parents. It's something that was stopping me because I was thinking that I am not good enough, that I will not succeed, and it is too late, that I don't have enough skills. And when I noticed that this is not the fear in which I'm in life's threat, that this is just the fear that just stopping me to maybe develop in other direction, in trying something new, then I start to go deeper and try to mindset, find the answer, which fear are stopping and why. And I didn't find all the answer, but I made decision to go with my fear and see what's happened, because I was knew that I'm safe. I'm really not life threatened. I'm safe, but maybe just in my mind I was scared to, because it is unknown. I don't know what is on the other side. I let myself go, and I can tell that all the answer that I find was on the other side. So yes.
We hear that so often, but I think it is really a deep and rooted in us, the safety. Yeah, so we've grown up in Europe. I was once then for a while in the US. That helped me find myself a little bit. But I would also say, right, we have parents that have been maybe a part of war. They were little children at that time, or shortly afterwards. And especially the women, there is so much fear, and it is ancestral. It goes back far. Europe has been war-stricken. I don't know, it's before the Romans really came in, and that is in our biological cells, and it is there until we say, "Oh, I have to look at it." What are our parents, especially our mothers, right? When they're fearful also of losing their child, that someone takes away their child, and often I sense they've been overprotected then of us, and not, in a way they smothered out with love, but they didn't want that something happens to us.
Yes, they just want the best for us, nothing else. And
Yeah.
that's the best what they can do in that time.
Genau. And so in a way it's precious, but then so this is one thing I think many in our generation still carry. So I'm in the 55 now. My parents are now in the 80s. Yeah. So the younger ones, I don't see it so often. So, but we are the transition. And I think our role, Sabina, is also to work through it. We are both healers in a way. Yeah, we pick up the vibes, and also we've made ourselves be safe. And I think that's another important role. Why are you coming out now? And why are so many women coming out now with their artwork or with their way of expression, creative tools, or singing, writing, the list is long, and jewelry work, clothing, yeah. And it is also that the world, the environment outside, the energies are switching, and then also the cosmic, yeah. So there are these three things, and for the longest time we had to wait. In a way, it was probably also a little frustrating for you, and you experienced war on top of it. But right, to transmute that fear through art, and so share a little bit the process of how you gotten looser with your painting, because I know there's this process. You start something, but now you're loose, and you're still getting looser in bringing down to paper what you're sensing and what you're creating for the future of all of us.
Yeah, well, I start with a graphic pencil. It was the start, and then I feel that I have to go deeper. And after that, using the ink and pen, which I wash with the rainwater mostly. If I'm lucky enough, I never believe that I will say that before, but if I'm lucky enough to rain outside, I'm bringing my painting outside, so the rain will be my co-author in all that process of painting. Shortly, I make it through 7 layers with 7 different materials to get the 7 different faces of the same woman. And all of them have a different energy and the different purpose. I'm just channeling what I feel and what that woman speaking to me through my work. I'm not control all the process, because this is the one of the thing that I'm learn and give myself permission that I will embrace, that I will not control the end result, because I want to have trust in all the process, and I want to be surprised with the end result and embrace it. And after that, I feel so much freedom in my creative process, in my life. So much energy I release with only that permission. And the end result was always surprising and with full of energy, positive energy.
Yeah, you can feel it.
Power energy, yes. And I'm so grateful for that experience, like my customers also, because they can, in some way, I don't know, I can't explain all the process, but they can feel that through my work. Yeah.
Yeah. See, and I'm not one of your clients, but I can feel what is in a painting, and that is so. You said 7 layers anyway. I think those 7 layers, right? That is a very cosmic a number, and there was a beautiful story in when I went to Alhambra. There was a part where the Moorish had their room where the prince or whoever reigned, and they had the wind directions through water channels, and they had 7 different layers of going upward to the sky, and had painted the ceiling of the changes, so very divine. And the 7 is also for me always the number that opens us up to the things we can't fathom. And you hinted to that a few times, that the less we control or have a tight grip on things and let loose, and as you said so beautifully, you're surprised of what happens, let ourselves be surprised, life happens. Because we cannot dream, some, but very few can dream and see what comes. We're always being surprised because we're not alone on this earth. There's so many things that happening and working with us and nature. So if I could encourage anyone, try that out. And I love, Sabina, that, you said you started with the pencil and the ink. So that's a rather small movement. And I also came and had to free myself up. So I understand you a little bit. I came out of landscape architecture. I'm still the age where we had to draw a lot on paper, just before the computer, right? And so when I started with art, which was also very deep in me, like in you, and I dabbled a little bit as a young girl in art, also maybe then in school, but I never thought I was good enough. But then after landscape architecture, which gave me like a professional okay to be an artist, right? Our age, if you were an artist, you were considered stupid. We're not, we're just very different. We work very visual, and I would love to say that everyone. We're so many different facets of human beings, and school is one way that's more lecture, writing, speaking. But if you have other ways of expressing and way of functioning, we have to teach the world. And I think that's a time that we show also more of who we are, so that others can learn and understand that, right? So going back, and I remember when I came then and rented an art studio then in Atlanta at that time. First, I drew like little movements, and then later bigger movements, and then my brushes grew, my pens grew, my canvas grew, then I was on the floor, and then I even danced, put on music, and I had big paintings on the wall. And I did not do pictorial paintings, but they were energy flow, like a swoosh. All my work was swooshes, swooshes. Now I know it was energy. I put energy on canvas. And even with my baby on my back, I painted. But it took time, Sabina, right? So everyone out there, take your time. Don't get frustrated if you can't do more, but stay with it. Ooh, one more thing. I worked with the Koreans, and they have a thing. They draw a 8, and you concentrate with your focus on where they cut over, and you take a pen or pencil or brush, whatever you like, and you draw that 8 over and over and over and over, and you focus on the center. And a lot of things you don't like come up. It is like a drawing meditation. And you maybe get angry or something, but I invite you, maybe you'd cry, but keep on painting, keep on painting. And like Sabina said, suddenly there's a release, and then you don't care anymore. Then you keep on going. But to give you the permission, Sabina, and you said that too, and pointed that out, how important it was for you to give yourself permission. The moment we give permission to ourselves, the world changes, because then we are focused, we make a decision. And it's like with a pencil, the moment you decide to put even just a dot on the paper, and off you can go. But the hardest is to put a dot on the white canvas, white piece
Yes.
of paper. Did you also experience a more freeing, but I would say even the whole body frees up? Did you experience that for yourself too?
Yes. Yes. It was the same thing with me. It started everything with the experiment. I didn't know what will be the end result, but with that permission that I'm letting myself to, if it's necessary, destroy the paper. If it's necessary to paint with the fingers, okay. If it's necessary to paint without brush or pen, okay, try on, play. Don't expect masterpiece right away. Just let yourself that energy flow through you. What I also learned with one artist from England, Sharon Griffin, that what she said, it's so interesting, like that 8, like you said, it's infinity symbol. But what she said to me, open yourself. Don't be like that on the paper. Oh no, open yourself. Like you said, I was dancing. Open yourself, open your heart, breath, everything. Open yourself. Don't control. What are you doing? Lose everything, loose, and then speak through your body. You never know what will go. And when I lose my move and everything, like she said, open yourself. I just tell myself, oh no, open yourself, Sabina. Don't be afraid. Put everything what is in you to go, to flow on the paper. Whatever will be the end result, it is just the experiment, it is the play, it is the process. And through that game, through that process, everything come out because I didn't control, I didn't expect, and I just let myself to flow, everything with the flow. And that an unusual experiment I was tried before, paint with the red wine or with the aquarel or the tea with something. Now I combine that everything and it's work really nice. It's really nice. So what is my intention? I really respect the nature and I admire nature. I look at the nature like the gift of God. And I'm so fascinated with secret geometry, with Fibonacci spiral, with the fractals. Because what I learned to this period that we are the part of the same that environment, and somehow I even more that bound to be more solid, and I want to be the part in my art. So for now, I'm using the natural material techniques. I'm using tea and red wine or the rainwater. During the winter, I was putting my wet painting in the minus temperature. I saw the house because I want that paint pigment to freeze and become fractals.
Yeah.
So this is another step. And after that, I will see, I have so many ideas how I can more use the nature element or material to be part of my work. Yeah.
You know, I just had to think about, I'm all about healing. The healing power of the materials we use. So I also, you know, all of my work burned one day. Everything disappeared. All my brushes, my paint, my collection of papers, my table, finished artwork that was ready to go to a gallery. Woof! Took 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, was all gone. But it opened up something new. And for me, it was to really delve into nature and not feel alone anymore, and to bring out what was in me. It took years, so it's not like a short story for a long time. Couldn't even paint. And the playfulness of a child, my son at that time, you know, helped me find explore that exploration that they have with them. But then again, they started a new exploration. And what I love, to make the story short, is I work then with plant pigments and earth, natural, and flowers. And I love flowers. They're always my metaphor. But I never felt alone anymore, Sabina. They come along to heal. They come along to bring their wisdom. There is an exchange that happens. And when I was just feeling the ice crystals happening on your or paper, or the morning dew and the sunshine that is pulled into the paper, into your art. So when that hangs then somewhere, or a person sees it, or your clients, it's like a multi-dimensional wash, a swoosh that comes by and soaks in. So they don't just see a picture, they can feel the healing energy of the sun, of the ice, and
the rainwater,
the rainwater, your tea, the tea comes probably from different places in the world.
Yes.
So the land has energy, right? It has a history, has a story to tell. So probably then you also use a certain tea for that painting. If I can sense that you probably also say, today this tea wants to come along.
Yeah.
Or maybe
this one is from Africa.
No, even the grapes, right? It's a different kind of grape. They come from different regions. And what has to come? So it's suddenly the whole world, our beautiful earth, is coming together, a cosmos, to create a healing. And you're letting this happen. This is the biggest gift I think someone can give someone else, Sabina, and you're doing it. Thank you. Really, from deep within, a huge thank you for living that complexity, for living this fullness, this abundance, and funneling in that into your healing, so somewhere else it can be again come out and touch us.
Thank you so much. I didn't look so deep, but you explained so beautiful everything. What I want to say, all this process make me a better person. It's really making me. I'm growing and becoming better every day because of that freedom in the process and the work that I'm doing now.
I would love, can you hold up? I asked Sabina to bring her book. There was a book you shared. Talk about show that your picture. What they asked you to put a picture on the cover. Would you please show that and hold it in? So everyone who's listening, you have to go to Moving to Oneness on YouTube so you can see this. Amazing.
They asked me to make the painting for the book cover, and inside of them are also 3 illustrations. And what was the new experience for me, because I have to convey the message of the book, and it is live consciously, not stressfully. So somehow I have to that energy and message convey to painting. So this one is stressful, and this is conscious part of the painting. Maybe you cannot see, but when you cover one part of the face, it's a different energy on each one, so you can feel the energy.
Yes. So again, it shows the difference that we can be.
That we have to be conscious about our life and thinking in the conscious way, and this is the only way to release the stress and to become better person for ourselves and for others. So this theme and book, it's really, I'm really connected with the purpose and with the theme of that book, and I really enjoy working and painting.
So then you would say really to really stress, painting is a good idea, right? Because as you mentioned, to let go, stress happens when we can't let go, or
when we're holding that energy inside of us, and because we are holding mostly because of the fear or insecurity, and I don't think that energy are positive. So the only way to release that stress is to become more open, to face our fears. If we are not in threat, in life danger, yes, try to see what is behind it. Just make the little step, the little move with the brush, with everything, just to see what are you afraid about. And most of the time, it is not the real fear. It is just the fear of unknown, and maybe just the fear of unknown, that new experience, and that we are not go through that, and maybe that we are not good enough. But those two are the most often fears.
Yeah, so would be people that, what would you give a tip, for example, for people that would be afraid to show it, that they think that you mentioned that before, maybe no one is interested in your artwork because it's different. Yeah. What was your experience when you started showing your work?
I was so afraid. I was so afraid to open myself. I said, I'm open from the closet. And I was just said, Sabina, just do it. Just do it. Don't think too much. Just do it. And when I do it, when I really open myself in my art, international public, and I received so many great messages and support. And it's really, it's like the wind in my back. I'm so happy that I was brave enough to brave enough to make that move. I'm really proud of myself. And after that, every new experience, this book cover, it's completely new experience, and I have to really prepare myself. I paint paintings to choose 1 and 3, 4 inside. So it is really the process. But yes, I really wish to go through that experience. So I wish, and I was scared, but I made decision to go with it, uncomfortable feelings, and see what will happen.
So there was an inner drive to create change in you. Yeah, so that's the healer again. And I think there's so many women, men, children also, right? It already is young, we're healer born this way. It doesn't just suddenly appear. So this dedication to ourselves. And you followed your dedication to yourself and used it, as you said so beautifully, to push yourself forward. And social media is, is so beautiful. We can go outside of maybe a region where someone lives, and maybe they're afraid to be. You don't have to show your art maybe to your local area, but you can show your work then to the world. And Sabina, for you too, right? The people found you because you were open to post it, and that's not always easy either. I know. You're invited now to bring your work to Korea, to a big art show, and it's not going to stop, because I think it's going to touch the whole world. It's global art. It goes down to the essence who we are. Now we're going to talk about just the portraits of women, but of who we are. I do know you're going to paint men.
Yes, I don't have the problem with the men, but
for the essence of human beings, that is really something very special about you, Sabina.
I just feel that energy, and I just want to share that. And this is the only way that I feel it's true for me. Yeah. And I don't know, everything is starting to happen and grow, and exhibition and interest, and like my art start to communicate with others, and Yes, I'm invited to participate in some exhibition, and I'm really happy that I can share that I am in also conscious, and I want to participate in or the exhibition that can help maybe to find how to be more eco, how to maybe help somebody with a sick kid. Or art is not just a nice painting on the wall. Maybe sometimes we are not aware that we have the power to send a message, the bigger message through our art to others, what we would like to communicate through art.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, you know, as a healer, we always think, oh, you know, just a hand on something, but whatever touches our hands, if it's a pen, pencil, a food, you know, go back to
Yes.
cooking, washing, the list goes on. Even each word we craft and write, maybe in an article or in a book or a poem, it is all of who we are is in there. And if the intention is pure, which more and more people it is pure, you're bringing that out, they're bringing it out, I'm bringing it out more, right? This little encouragement, and it's needed. And I invite also everyone, don't censor yourself. Don't say, oh, it's not good enough, no one is interested. Normally there's at least one person who inhales maybe a different, you inspire, they're so deeply touched. Finally, some tears can run. Maybe you put a smile on their face. The list goes on, and also Sabina, right? It is, you bring out the woman of you, future women, of your mother. There's a whole story through, right? You dedicated time to your mother, understanding her. So it's important so we can understand ourselves better, and we can even then bring that out more. Yeah, so what is another tip you would give, let's stay with a woman, to bring out a little bit more of her when she's really close, she's doing it, but there is a little bit fear. How can she get a little bit more courageous and say, oh, this fear is not in support? Do you have a little trick?
No, I don't have a trick. I think the love is the answer. Love to, if you can't maybe right now love yourself 100%, but maybe love through another person, like you said, mother or another being. Also, you said, I didn't know this before, but I am helping so many people with sharing my process with my work. Maybe I'm inspiring him because, okay, she made this. I will try next year. Maybe I should try this. So sometimes I'm with my work and with my process, I'm really sharing it, not everything, but this is my wish to maybe emotionally be more open and share all that challenges that I have in my life, in my art and everything, just to empower other person, not only the woman, but yes, the man, everybody, this young girl who want to be the painter, and that she feels strong enough and chase her dream because she is enough. She doesn't have other people permission and support. It will be nice if she have, but if she doesn't have, she is enough. She has everything in herself, all the gifts. She just have to give that process the time, and what is most important, be gentle with yourself and be patient and try to go with the experiment and with the game, because this is the most easiest way, because when you're expecting much, then the whole process is not so easy. But when you give yourself permission to play, to experiment, the miracle happens. So yes, maybe that's the way. Yeah.
That's beautiful. While you were speaking, I love that it's the love and to playfulness and lightness that's coming more, also the energy to the world. So everyone's going to get easier for you to do that as well. And, invite others to paint with you if you're sometimes afraid to do it yourself, or get your kids and do a painting with them on the floor, or go to it other. What I also wanted to point out now, your artwork, because it's of natural products, the light changes it. It may fade, it may disappear. And it is this allowing it to evaporate in a way, to disappear, dissolve one day. And if you think about acrylics, it's so determined, oil, it stays so long. And then also, each stroke, maybe you're more, you can sense your tighten, not everyone, but it could happen. Yes. And I think through using also and telling people that the art may disappear when the time is right, or change. It changes intensity or color, or you have also gold in yours, or the red wine maybe turn brown. Who knows? Maybe it's more red one day.
The process.
And to enjoy the change of the artwork, and enjoying and being okay with that the artwork changes once you have it.
Yes.
It shows you that you're changing, I think, or that I'm changing. So I think this is also something very new, and really it's a strong thing, a strong
message.
A message that when you have it, it does change. So you can't
Everything
even
is
hold
pain.
on to that. You really, again, have to open up. And you were talking throughout our conversation today, Sabina, through this, not being afraid to open up, not being afraid to tear it up, to lose something, to start over. So becoming this courageous playfulness and just see what comes.
Yeah, because I really don't know where the answer is and what will be the end. So I have to explore and to find where is the right answer for everything. And this experiment, this play give me that freedom. And it's so exciting, like you said, to look how your work is changing. I am protect my work because I make the high professional photo of my painting at the scan. So I will protect them for the
until
future.
the next computer update comes.
Yeah, but also I can cover the front of the painting.
Yeah.
But what was interesting, a few months ago, my aunt that I made the painting for her maybe 30 years ago, I think it was black ink. And she showed me how they look now when the sunlight is changed. It's so amazing in which way they change. So when you don't control. So yes, just let go the process because we are changing like the person. So it is the new experience for me also. I can say that I am not afraid. I am afraid because I am, it's something new for me, but I will let go to see what will happen, because I know that if I let that go, something new will come in my life. Before, I was always holding tight to everything because I was afraid of losing something. I don't know what, but losing something. Now I'm ready to lose something, to let something new to come in my life.
I love that.
So yeah, the new painting on the canvases to, I don't know, to combine something different. And yeah, it's so exciting.
Yeah, I can see it in your face. Everyone, you have to go and take a look at the glowing, the light, the smile. I bet, Sabina, you'll have like a little muscle later on because you have this huge grin and this excitement of you want to know what happens next. This is really, I can feel it. It is really,
Yes, I'm just open for all
more
the
energy to keep on going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just open for possibilities that is coming to my life. What I recently learned also, maybe will help somebody else. I made decision that I'm open for everything that have to come in my life.
Mm.
Is it good or is it bad? It doesn't matter. Is it personal or in my art? I am ready. Like the person, I'm ready to accept, because I don't know what. I want to know what this experience will learn me, teach me, and I'm just strong enough now to go through that experience, and I don't want to hold myself back, because last year experience with the sickness of my mom learned me that life is so precious and the time is so precious. So I don't want to hold myself anymore, because every minute is precious. Maybe for me, maybe for somebody else who is just waiting to something that I will share that will help them to grow and to make something spectacular.
Oh.
Why
So
not?
beautifully said. Oh, this is really a beautiful a vision, and you're right. So artwork, it's part of a life. It is not a job. It is not. It's a passion, and we're passionate beings. And if it's your purpose, let it come out, because it transcends into every area of your life, my life, our life.
Yes. Yes.
Wonderful. Sabina, I wish you the best of success. Keep on touching many, many people. Keep on painting, please. Never stop. You have many, many decades to go to paint and explore and embrace change and exciting, and all the people you're going to meet.
Yes.
Really interesting people. And collaborate, because you're so open. And thank you, and sharing your warmth, your gentleness, and your desire for us to become who we are. And I sense that. So thank you very much, Sabina, for
thank you so much.
Time.
Yeah, that's the right message. You just say it so beautiful.
Oh, thank you very much. And we're here also to support you if you need anything. Everyone out there also, Sabina and we're here to support you. If you want anything that comes to your mind, please don't hold back. Let yourself be surprised, even when you write an email, what words come out or whatever. I'll put the whole social media and ways you can connect with Sabina into the notes of our episode today. And I wish all of you creative times in everything you do, and even start looking at yourself in a new creative way from many different perspectives. Open yourself up, share yourself with others. As Sabina said so beautifully, time is precious, and we're human beings. We belong to each other, and we're here for each other. And it's so much more fun to play with others, paint with others, sing with others, dance with others. And so keep on doing this. I'm Eileen, your host of the Moving to Oneness podcast, and I wish you the best. Goodbye, everyone. And again, Sabina, thank you for being here. Bye-bye.